I get asked about IPTV all the time, so I wanted to explain this properly, not the rushed, buzzword-heavy version you usually hear. I've been an IPTV customer for many years now, long before it was something everyone suddenly claimed to be an expert on. And the biggest misunderstanding I see is people thinking IPTV is just an app you install and hope for the best. It's not. IPTV is really a combination of three things: the service, the app, and the device you run it on. Get one of those wrong, and the whole thing feels broken. Over the years, I've tried a lot of devices. Cheap boxes, random sticks, things that looked good on paper but struggled the moment you actually used them. Once I found Formuler devices, though, that experimenting pretty much stopped. I started back on the Z7 running MyTVOnline, and each generation since has just got more stable, faster, and easier to live with. Right now, my personal pick is the Z Mini. It's quick, reliable, and does exactly what I want without getting in the way. I've put the exact device I use in the pinned comment if you want to check it out. If you don't have a Formuler device, that's not a problem. If you already have an IPTV account, most services also allow mobile apps. That's a good way to test things on your phone or tablet, and I've put the official app links in the pinned comment as well. Now let's talk about the part people usually rush to: the supplier. I'm not going to recommend any service, not because I'm being awkward, but because that's honestly not how you should approach IPTV. You should never, ever buy IPTV from some random person on social media. If someone messages you out of nowhere promising every channel forever and asks for money up front, that's your cue to walk away. There are some really common red flags to watch out for. No trial is a big one. A good service should let you test before committing. Another warning sign is poor organization. If every UK channel is dumped into one huge list and every other country is thrown into another, that's usually a sign of a rushed setup. A decent service will have a clean layout, sports separated properly, entertainment channels grouped sensibly, kids content where you'd expect it, movies and box sets clearly organized. That kind of structure doesn't happen by accident. Catch-up is another important clue. Catch-up costs money to run. If it works well, that usually means the provider isn't scrimping on servers. The same goes for having a reasonable selection of movies and box sets, not just quantity, but whether they actually play smoothly. Here's a real-world test tip that most people never mention. If you're testing a service, try it around 3 p.m. UK time on a Saturday. That's peak load. If a service is underpowered, that's when it will start buffering. A lot of providers simply don't pay for enough bandwidth, and when everyone logs in at the same time, the cracks show very quickly. One of the safest ways to find a good service is surprisingly simple. Ask people you trust. Friends, family, groups you're already part of. Someone you know will usually be using a solid service and will have been with it for a decent amount of time. That's a far better signal than flashy ads or too good to be true promises. IPTV done right is brilliant. It's flexible, fast, and genuinely enjoyable. Done wrong, it's just frustration in HD. I hope this helps you make better decisions and avoid some of the common mistakes. If you want more setup guides, device tips, and real-world advice without the hype, subscribe and enjoy your IPTV journey.